We follow an imam. The imam is doing all of that. These foolish people, they don't know what is sahih and what is this and what is that. They get into that whole big mess. I never see a single person who goes inside a restaurant and say there's so many different choices, I don't know which is the best, so it's better for me not to eat. I never see a single person who says, I don't know if this water is halal or not, it's gotten by halal. I don't know, so it's better for me not to drink. Everybody knows how to take care of themselves very good when it concerns to their own nafs. But when it concerns other things, suddenly they become the most stupid and idiot people. This is what the imams, the mujtahids, they did. They collected all the hadiths and they studied them, and they're able to bring out the best that is beneficial and relevant to the people, and they give. You collecting hadiths, you are just a collector of hadiths. You understand? You are not, if you collect hadiths, that does not make you a person who is qualified to become a faqih. Because you are just collecting hadiths. You don't have the skills, you don't have the authority now to make fatwas, to make legal rulings. Do you understand? A lawyer is a lawyer, a judge is a judge. A judge makes ruling, but not every judge makes the ruling. Then there are, in dunya, nobody ever thinks otherwise. Nobody ever says that everyone is equal. In dunya, everybody knows, even in America, that there is a knower above every knower, correct? Just because you're a judge doesn't mean that you have the right now to make law in this country, can you? No. Supreme Court judges do that. And there are thousands of them, hundreds of them. It's only a handful of them. And they cannot just make law anytime that they want to, or change anything that the legal corpus in America, the body of legal rulings in America, suddenly they just change anytime that they want to. They cannot. They have laws that is on them too. But everyone looks to be at Islam to be so cheap because there's complete chaos now. It's anybody's game now. Anybody's game. Anyone now can just get a course here and there are thousands of these courses, even online. You pay a little bit of money and you have the degree to become a scholar and to have your own following. Correct? Then to make your own fatwa through internet too. WhatsApp sheikhs they have. Now everyone is doing it because there's complete chaos now. Like I said, it is anyone's game right now. There is no control. Imagine if such a thing were to happen in America concerning the law. That anyone can just make laws, anyone can question, anyone can judge. What's going to happen to this country? Complete shutdown, 24 hours. This is what's happening amongst the Muslims. So, you have these faqih, these high-level scholars. I don't want to use the word jurists. Okay, it's very 50-cent word. We use very simple words so everyone understands. It's highest level scholars, and there are levels of scholars, and these are the highest one. No one can reach to them. Not now, not ever. And they have made their legal rulings, and they are not supported by regimes. They're not supported by their families. They're not doing it for anything else. Most of them, they are going against to their regime because their regime wanted, sit down quickly, because their regime wanted to give them high positions to be part of the regime, and they pulled themselves out and they are martyred because of that. Of course, today's scholars, they are stepping over each other to stand next to a tyrant. to take a photo opportunity with them and to say, I've been in this house and that house and this leader and that leader, correct? And they are claiming that they are better and more equipped and more intelligent than these ones, that because they are not only knowledgeable, they are very holy people. They are friends of Allah. And their rulings and their knowledge is not only for them and for that time, but for all times, for all peoples, especially Imam al-Azam, Imam Abu Hanifa. He's making rulings for the whole ummah, east and west, north and south. Not only for Arabs, not only for Medina, not only for this, for everyone, until Judgment Day. Until Judgment Day. So those ones who are saying that I don't know if this is this, if this is that, they're just being stubborn and arrogant and blind, because all this has already been done hundreds of years ago. That's why Muslims move forward. Muslims today, 2 billion Muslims, the richest people on the face of this earth, they cannot take 2 steps forward, because for over 20 years, 25 years, 50 years, 100 years, just looking at that moon, they cannot even decide which day is Eid. If they cannot decide on something that is so easy and something that is supposed to be celebration, you think they can decide on things, on issues that are weightier, that has more gravity, that are more difficult? None. Because they're not doing it out of the concern for the ummah too, the scholars are. They're doing it out of the concern for their own countries, for their own nationalistic interests. They're not doing it for the ummah. They are scholars serving their own regimes. Correct or not? Serving politics. So those ones who don't want to follow and they say they don't know, they're just being arrogant and blind, because that wheel has already been made for us. It's not just one wheel. They put an 18-wheeler for us, that we can go far distance, right up to, with so much power. If you don't want that, you want to reinvent everything, go ahead. One day, with this kind of direction, you'll make a bigger deviation and you may end up in kufr. Because there are so many people who did that. First they say, okay, we don't want any mazhab. We accept everything. These ones, they don't say we accept everything. They say we are higher than mazhabs. You understand? Only Prophet, ﷺ, okay? But they're reaching to Prophet only by their own ego, their own self, and their own idiocy. Because of that, they cannot see the whole picture. Shaitan tricks them, dunya, enemies of Islam, the nafs tricks them. They say, we follow only Allah. Not even Prophet, ﷺ. He's just a man. He's a man. I follow only Allah. They start following Allah, but they follow Allah according to their nafs, not according to the Prophet. Now, and later they say, I don't understand this Quran word saying this, I don't understand this, I don't understand, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Then they deny even the Quran, they deny Allah. You guys are not in the news. You have now very strong people declaring first their faith, showing to everyone their faith and showing everyone how strong they are and how smart they are on YouTube and all these kinds of things. Then later they lost their faith. And same, they're going to say on YouTube, I lost my faith, now I denounce Islam. Because the one who has no Shaykh, his Shaykh is Shaitan. That's all. Take it or leave it. Wa min Allahu tawfiq, Fatiha. Amen.